Very good evening to all of you and very welcome to Unacademy. The topic for today is going to be adjectives, as we have already started with our parts of speech. And so we are going to start with adjectives. That is a third topic today. We have already done nouns and pronouns. And today we are going to do adjectives. I hope I'm audible and visible clearly to all of you. So let us start with the lecture today. And it's going to be a very interesting lecture. As I said, that I'm going to introduce more and more vocabulary each time in the lectures. And today we have included a few new words also. Apart from that, yes, we are having our idiom practice. We are having our there is one more new exercise that I have added today. So two more of them. So let's start. And as you can see, adjectives, uh, I call adjectives beautiful words because they are describing words. So they beautify the nouns, they describe the nouns and the pronouns. So let's learn about the adjectives after I give my introduction. Gulshan, very good evening, Bacha, and very welcome to the class. So, as you all know me, my name is Mita. I have a 5+ years of experience with GATE and ESE, 15+ years of experience with IELTS and certified by the British Council, personality development training, interview guidance programs, and 20+ years of teaching experience with English and aptitude as my main subjects. Uh, Pronouns is what we did already. So now let's come to a small announcement. Tomorrow again, that is the 18th, we are having our Unacademy combat. So please be there for that. You can enroll very fast. 2 of them left now. So the third one of the month tomorrow. And we have a live leaderboard, All India live leaderboard, plus lots of exciting prizes to be won. So definitely take part in the combat. And that's every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. just for an hour. Now you can follow me, download Unacademy and follow me at Mita Surti. For Plus and Iconic, the subscription I will talk about. There are live classes, crash courses, weekly test, out solving sessions in English and Hindi, and rank booster sessions. The Iconic has the same features. Plus, what is Plus? You have a personal coach who is going to make planners for you, prepare study booster sessions, give you test analysis, prepared study material, which is really going to be very helpful and useful to all of you. And the subscription rates for 12, 18, and 24 months are 27225, 34650, and 39600. For that, you can apply Mita S10, that is my code, and take a 10% discount. And you will also get no cost EMIs. Now for Iconic, 12 months and 24 months, it's going to be 45,225 and 66,600. You can join Telegram so that you get all the notifications of the upcoming classes at Unacademy Gate CS, that is a URL. Now, as I said, we are going to introduce lots of important and good vocabulary practice now onwards. So today we are going to first start with words of the day. How many students have this feeling that, okay, ma'am, how to learn spellings, how to know new words? So these can be done by daily practice. It is very important to practice words, practice new vocabulary exercises every day, which will absolutely help you in enhancing your vocabulary. So let's understand some few new words today. And if you know the meanings of the words, students, please do tell me. Okay, if you know the meaning of any of the words, you can definitely tell me. And along with learning the meanings, along with learning the new words, also learn the pronunciations, the correct way to say these words. Okay. The first word that we have is imperative. Now, what is imperative? Imperative is something that is utmost, or we can say very much important or necessary. Something that is very important or very necessary. Impulsive. Now, this is a word which we can very much use in our daily vocabulary. Like, impulsiveness is to do something suddenly. Now, do something suddenly is like, I can say that we will also say this impulsive for the kind of nature. We can say that this person has a very impulsive nature. Impulsive nature is to do something without thinking, to do suddenly, or it could also be that without thinking, without giving a second thought, and you just do something. Okay. Now, impetuous. Now, impetuous means rash or hasty. You do something rashly or something very fast. Now, imminent. Okay. Now, eminent means somebody who is a well-known person. When we say eminent, and this is imminent. Imminent means something that is close, or something that is going about to happen. Something that is about to happen. And immense. Immense means lots of. We can say lots of, we can say huge, we can say massive. Okay. Now, all these words, first of all, you will have a good word bank. Secondly, you will improve your pronunciations. Third, you will be using the correct way of speaking them. And when you see these words over here, try to know the meanings. All these will help you in your correct spellings, which is of course asked in all the entrance exams. Secondly, in your synonyms and antonyms, it will be easier for you to find the meanings of the words, because for synonyms and antonyms, you need to know the meanings, otherwise you cannot do them. So that was a small exercise that I included today about the words. Now, let's get on to our parts of speech. And in the parts of speech, we have done nouns, and we have done pronouns. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives, I said, are what? Describing words. Describing what? Our nouns and our pronouns. An adjective is a word which adds something to the meaning of the noun or a pronoun. An adjective is a describing word. It is normally placed before a noun, but sometimes it can be after a noun. So finding an adjective, it's a general trend that whenever you find the noun and the word which is before the noun is your adjective, but sometimes it can also be placed after a noun. So try to understand. This question is easy. Now here, question is my noun. Easy. This, what is it describing the question? Easy is the word describing, that's the adjective. Normally I would say, if I want to say this question, sentence, I can say this is an easy question. Okay, so this is the same meaning. If I put easy question, it's going to be an adjective. If I put it here also, it's going to be an adjective. That man is poor. So man is my common noun. Poor is my adjective. Or that is a poor man. See the way of different, see the different ways the sentence can be written without changing the meaning of the sentence. Only the, as I said, it's a word play. The placement of words in the sentence here and there, that is all about grammar. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Now, as we said, types of pronouns yesterday, we are going to understand types of adjectives today. And adjectives, types of adjectives are very similar again to types of pronouns. So let's understand. Type 1 is quality. So first of all, when we say describing words, definitely it's going to be something about the quality. This describes the quality of a person or a thing, like she told me a funny story. Raj is in a difficult situation. Now let's understand. She, what is she? She is my pronoun. Raj is my proper noun. So now that we are moving ahead with other parts of speech, please try and also concentrate on what we have already done and not just do what we are doing today. Try to remember each part of the sentence when we are doing. Now, funny story. Story is again over here my noun. It's a common, it's an abstract noun, right? And funny is describing, so it's my adjective. Situation is again my abstract noun. How is it? Difficult. It's describing, so that is my adjective. So it's an adjective of quality. So in quality, how many more words can come? Yes, students, can you give me some describing words which will fit into the adjectives of quality? Some words like we have one word here, happy. So how many words can we have? Can you give me examples of few words can be quality? Yes, Gulshan. And who else is here, bacha? Can you give me just a few words which are describing words of quality? Very good, Gulshan. Perfect. Beautiful. Yes, anyone else? Any more words? Because we have so many words of quality. Yes, we have tasty, we have beautiful, then we have very common words like long, we have short, we have tall, we have dark, we have handsome. All these are giving some kind of quality. Okay, now let's understand. Very good. Yes, humble, perfect. Humble, kind. Yes, very nice. So we have very humble, that person is very kind. Very good, very good, Sakshi. Now, the second one is the adjective of quantity. Now, understand there is a big difference between, yes, very good, Gulshan, loud, loud, slow, soft, high, low, everything is going to go under quality. Now, let's understand quantity. Now, there is a difference between quantity and number. See, we have two types of adjectives. First of all, we have these describe the quantity of a thing. Now, how will we have quantity is things which we cannot count. Things we cannot count will come under the quantity. That is weight. Okay. Or we can say more, enough, less, much, many. Okay, all these will come under how much, that is the quantity of the thing. And the next one that I was talking about is the number. Now they tell us how many persons are meant. Like if I can count, it's countable. So many friends help me. Now friends, I can count my number of friends. Yes, he can speak several languages, several, many. How many languages? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count them. 5 passengers got into the bus. I can count how many passengers. So this gives, that one gives the answer to quantity, gives the answer to how much, and number gives the answer to how many. And this has to be countable. Whatever is countable will be over here. Okay, so that is, first one is quality, the second one is quantity, the third one is number. Now let's get on to the I said it's similar to pronoun. Yes, we had demonstrative pronoun yesterday, and we also did demonstrative adjectives yesterday. I hope you remember we have already done demonstrative adjectives yesterday. These point out a person or a thing. These walls need to be painted. So this is my wall and it's my noun. And these walls, which walls? These walls. So these is my adjective of demonstration. Such students always get good marks. Students is my noun. Such students. So such is demonstrating what kind of students. Such students. So I am showing which kind of students. Okay. So these are demonstrative adjectives. Now let's get on to interrogative. As I said, interrogative is the most easiest to understand because interrogative always comes with a question or the words of questions. An adjective which, when used with a noun, asks a question is called interrogative. Which umbrella is yours? Whose painting is the best? So these are whose umbrella. Umbrella is my noun here. And what is it asking? Which umbrella? So this is interrogative adjective. And painting is again my noun here, which is a common noun. Both these, umbrella and painting, both are common nouns. And which and whose, both are my interrogative adjectives. Clear everyone so far? Hello DOS blog. Possessive adjectives. These show possession or belonging. As we said, pronouns, how when we say our, yes, my, mine, same way we have possessive adjectives. These show possession or belonging. Your dresses are elegant. Our car needs repairs. We went to his house. Now, in all these three cases, you ask the question whose and you get the answer, that is your possessive adjective. But now here, look at this. Each of them have the noun and then it's describing the noun. Dresses, car, and house. Now, all this, dresses, car, and house. So in all these three cases, what is the question that I said? Whose. And whose, when you get the answer to whose, what is the answer? Dresses. Whose dresses? Your dresses. Whose car? Our car. Whose house? His house. So the answer to your whose is your possessive adjective. So that is the possession belonging to that person. And so it's called possessive. So now how many adjectives did we do? Quality, quantity, number, demonstrative, interrogative, and possessive. We have done 6 kinds of adjectives. Now let's understand for singular, whenever this is for the possessive adjectives, we will say my, his, her, and its. And if it's for a plural, that means for more than one, you will say it's ours or their. Both for singular and plural, you can use your. Okay. Now his is going to be for masculine and her is for feminine. Its will use for neuter. Neuter, that is non-living things. But here, okay, it's you can also use for animals. Like if I say its tail, if I say the dog is very beautiful, its tail is very long. So we can use for the dogs also. My, our, your, all these can be used for masculine as well as feminine, because there you don't have to put any gender. It could be my could be for a male, could be for a female. Our could be for all of us together. Your could be also for masculine and feminine, and there could be for masculine, feminine, as well as neuter. Now let's see this. Pick out the adjectives and also what kind they are. Now we have done we have done 7 kinds of adjectives, 6. And how many are there? All 6 are there in all 6 questions, just like the way we did yesterday. So this is an exercise just like we did yesterday, right? A grand function was organized to launch the car. First of all, we are going to find the adjective out here. So which is the adjective out here? A grand function was organized. What is the adjective over here? You know what is an adjective, right? A describing word. And which is the describing word? And then we will find out which one is it. Like if is it a quality, is it a quantity, is it a number, or is it a demonstrative, or it's an interrogative? Which one is it? Very good, Gulshan. Perfect. The grand is the word and it's stating the quality. Perfect. Very good, Gulshan. Okay, so now we move on to the second one. What present shall I bring for you? Very good, Sakshi. Sakshi, grand will be quality because we are talking about how grand it is. So it won't be about quantity, right? And what present shall I bring for you? What is it? It's asking a question. And which word is asking the question? Yes, interrogative. What is asking a question? So what is going to be my interrogative pronoun? Okay, let's move on to the third one. His friends brought many books for him. Now here, this is one, that is quality. Second one is interrogative. His friends brought many books for him. So what is it over here going to be? We did quality, we did interrogative, we know quantity, number. What is it going to be? Okay, his friends. Yes, his friends is going to be possessive. Very good. And one more we have over here. Many. Yes, perfect. Sakshi. Very good. Many is going to be for number. Perfect. Now let's get on to the fourth one. Ruchita is an intelligent student. So what is that going to be again? Ruchita is an intelligent student. Yes, the fourth one. What is it going to be? Very good. Intelligent is going to be very good, Gulshan. Intelligent is again quality. Very good. And now moving on to the fifth one. We have enough food for a month. Yes, we have enough food for a month. So what is it going to be? Enough. Very good. Enough is going to be for a quantity. Because here enough we cannot count, but that's stating some kind of quantity. Very good. He can speak several languages. So what is it going to be? He can speak several languages. That's the last one. He can speak several languages. Very good. Several is going to be number. This one is uncountable. And this one is very good, Sakshi. Yes. Very good, David. Several is a number. Yes, we can count them. Several languages. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay. So these were our kinds of adjectives. So now today as I told you, we have new exercises coming up. So let's try and do these. I'm going to wait for your answers. Let's see how many you can answer. A bunch of flowers. What do we call a bunch of flowers? I'm looking for give one word for. Now we are doing all these exercises which are definitely going to help you, of course, in your gate and as I said, in all your entrance exams. Because we have a lot of questions like give one word for or antonyms or synonyms or everywhere these words are going to be helpful to you. So a bunch of flowers. What do we call a bunch of flowers? Any idea? What do we call a bunch of flowers? You might be taking them for your friends. Yes, very good. Perfect, Kulshan. Your answer is perfectly right. But the only thing is that the spelling is a bit wrong. So the spelling for that is bouquet. Yes, a bunch of flowers. Very good, Gulshan. And yes, Sakshi, very good. Okay, very nice. The second one is also, yes, the first one, the spelling was wrong, but the word was correct. Very good, Gulshan. And the second one, yes, a record of one's life written by someone else is called a biography. So, what is something written by the person himself called? When someone else writes it, it's called a biography. And when someone writes it on his own, what would it be called? If they write it on their own, what is it called? When a person writes it on his own, is called an autobiography. Written on his own. Yes. Very good. Yes, Dexter. Autobiography is one word. Okay. David, it will come together. A place where beer is manufactured. Yes, very good, Gulshan. Beer is manufactured. Uh, Distillery is a word, yes, it's for alcohol, but I think distillery is a word used more for, I think, hard drinks, whiskey. But a place where beer is manufactured has a name which is called brewery. So, this is the exact word where beer is manufactured is called a brewery. Okay. Now, one who sells sweets and pastries. Yes, brewery. Perfect. One who sells sweets and pastries. So, what do we call that person who sells sweets and pastries? Yes, it could be a baker. Yes, confectioner is the perfect word. Very good, Sakshi. We call him a confectioner. Sorry, the spelling is wrong. It will be It's a confectioner. Perfect. A place with gambling tables. Yes, very good, Gulshan. It's called a casino. So we have learned 5 new words today. A bunch of flowers is called a bouquet. A record of one's life written by someone else is called a biography. Written by himself is called an autobiography. A place where beer is manufactured is called a brewery. One who sells sweets and pastries is called a confectioner, or yes, you can also call it a baker. And a place with gambling tables is called a casino. Now we are going to move on to one more exercise, that is idioms. To make up one's mind. Now this one is very pretty easy. So I think you can tell me the meaning of this idiom is what. Today I have put up the idioms and you have to tell me the meaning, right? Sometimes I'll put up the meanings and you have to give me the idiom, and sometimes we will do it vice versa. So this is an idiom. Now you are going to tell me the meaning of this: to make up one's mind. What is to make up one's mind? Okay, very good. To convince somebody. See, when you make up one's mind is like about ourselves. So it's about to make up one's mind is to decide. Right? This could be the actual answer, is to decide. Why? Because when I put it in a sentence, I'll say that I am going to finish my syllabus by the end of this month, or I'll say I have made up my mind to finish my syllabus at the end by the end of this month. So this is I have decided to do. To make up one's mind is to decide to do something, okay, in the long run. So the sentence for this is going to be what? In the long run. In the long run, learning vocabulary is going to be very beneficial. So in the long run, what will we say for that? In the long run, for long time, yes, okay. And the perfect words for these would be eventually, or we can say ultimately. So long run, in the future, yes, very good. In the long run. So in the long run, this is going to be beneficial. So ultimately, we are going to have benefit, or it will be good for us. In the nick of time. Now this is going to be very easy. In the nick of time. I reached office in the nick of time. So what will it be? Any idea for this one? I reached office in the nick of time. In a moment, okay. But when I say that I reached office in the nick of time, then what will it be? Like I reached how? In the nick of time. Any idea? In the nick of time means just at the last moment. So I was running and I just reached in the nick of time. Exactly just about when it was going to start, or we can say this for a movie also. I just reached in the nick of time. That is just at the last moment when it was about to start. Now, through thick and thin. What does it mean? Through thick and thin. Most of my friends are always there with me through my thick and thin. So, what does it mean to be with somebody through their thick and thin? Yes. Now, this is very understandable because when you put it in a sentence, it becomes more easy to understand. If I put it as a word, the idiom may be difficult, but when it is put in a sentence, it's very easy to understand. My friends, very good, Gulshan. Perfect with ups and downs. Perfect under all circumstances. Yes, very good. In all situations. Yes, perfect. Good and bad times. See what is good about studying together? As when I always say about an interactive classroom, right? So an interactive classroom is in itself a teacher to you. More than a teacher, there are so many students and so many friends who can come up with lots of different words, and you learn so many things at one time when it's an interactive classroom. And that is why I always say that interactive classrooms are wonderful. Now, when I gave you through thick and thin, I said under all circumstances, but I got so many answers from you, like ups and downs, every situation, good and bad times. See, there are so many things that we got for one answer, right? Now, with a high hand. The last one, with a high hand. The politician ruled his people with a high hand. So, what could it be? You can just do the guess. It's not necessary that all answers have to be correct. Yes, we can at least think about it. When the sentence is given, we can think about it that, okay, this could be an answer to this thing with a high hand. Any idea about this one? To rule with a high hand. To rule with a high hand means to rule forcibly, or we can say oppressively. To oppress somebody, yes, to rule someone, to force someone with a high hand. To keep his hand high means to force or to oppress. Oppress is force. Yes, both the meanings are same. Oppress and force is both same. So either oppressively or forcibly. So that was our idioms of the day. So today we have learned some idioms. We have learned some new words today. We have learned some give one words for today. Plus we have done our adjectives today, right? So in our parts of speech, as I said, we are going to have 8 parts of speech, which is absolutely the basic and utmost important thing to learn in English. Here is where parts of speech is where from everything in grammar starts. So we have done our nouns, and I hope you remember we had 4 types of nouns. Yes. Then we did our pronouns, and we have done our adjectives. Now tomorrow we are going to learn our verbs. Verbs are also very, very important. So we have done nouns, pronouns, adjectives, and now we are going to do our verbs tomorrow. Verbs is what? action words. Okay, and verbs are going to be very important. In fact, each and every part of this is going to be very important. So we will be doing our verbs tomorrow. Plus, as I said, we are going to introduce new vocabulary exercises every day. So I hope all of you have liked the session, right? Now let's do one question which is based on adjectives. Now this is one of the previous year questions for GATE. His knowledge of the subject was excellent, but his classroom skills were dash. So extremely poor, good, desirable, or praiseworthy. What is it going to be? Tell me A, B, C, or D. What could be the answer? His knowledge of the subject was excellent, but his classroom skills were dash. So what is the answer going to be over here? Very good, Gulshan. Anyone else? Yes, Sakshi. Today we don't have Dipti with us. Very good, Gulshan. Perfect. So, his knowledge of the subject was excellent. Now, what is excellent? It's a positive word. Yes, very good. It's a positive word. But over here, but is what? A contrast. It's a conjunction, joining word, and but means contrast. So excellent is positive. So this word over here, because of contrast, has to be negative. Good is a positive word. Desirable is also a positive word. Praiseworthy is also a positive word. Extremely poor is the only negative word. And as per my sentence requirement, I will put the negative word here, that is extremely poor. So this is also going to be a part of your syllabus. In your questions, you will have sentence completion, which is what we did just now. So we will be starting one or two questions every day will be added. So we will be practicing our questions. We will be doing our vocabulary practice. We will learn new words every day, and we will learn synonyms and antonyms. A few of the synonyms and antonyms I will be adding every day now. And so we will be improving our vocabulary day by day. Okay. So I hope you all have liked the session, and thank you for being here with me. Do like the session. Share it with lots of friends so that they can also get the advantage of free learning. Yes, this is a very great platform which is giving you a free learning. Plus, as I told you, on Unacademy app. For this, you just need to download Unacademy, and you can just go to @Mita and you can enter my 4 p.m. special class for practice of question answers. Thank you so much, Gulshan, and thank you for being here. And yes, do subscribe to the channel so that you get all the notifications of upcoming classes. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. I'm having a test today at 9:30 p.m. on Unacademy app. If you would like to give the test, please do come. Okay. Thank you, everyone.